Alrighty traders, so that is a wrap for the week. What we're going to do is going to get straight into the markets and see what actually happened this week, and if there are any patterns that we can see setting up moving forward into next week, and what may be coming for the rest of this year as well. So let's get straight into this here, guys. Let's actually start off with the good old silver market. So the thing about silver market right now is, if I bring up this chart, let me bring up this chart here. The thing about the silver market, as you can see, we've been really... Silver, for people that have been bullish silver, you're probably doing your head in, right? Like, if you've been bullish silver this entire year, yeah, we had a pretty strong start to the year, didn't we? But then suddenly we've started to finish out. So right now, what's happening here with silver is absolutely nothing. Very sideways movement from here. And it's like, and the really interesting thing here is you can see that we actually had this major resistance level, complete false breakout. And then what we had is we had another movement on the downside, or we had this support level down through here. So really no man's land. It's like, if we do hold here and break below this $30 level, we're probably going to see more movement on the downside when it comes to the silver market from here. So that's what I'm seeing there when it comes to silver. Let's go look at gold. And some people think that I hate gold. I don't hate gold, but I do like making money. And therefore I must listen to the markets, right? I must be able to listen to what the market is telling me. And the reason why I say that is because, one, we do know the bull market. The bull market in gold is over. I don't expect a big downside to come in gold. But one thing I do see happening in the markets is I do see that we're probably going to go through, we're probably going to go through one of these phases once again. See these phases through here? All through here, this phase through here, we're probably going to go see that again when it comes to this sort of phase all through here. So that's because, as you can see, the market goes through these different phases, right? We go strong to the upside, and then we go through these quiet periods. We're probably going to go through another quiet period. But the caveat that I do say is I'm always very focused on my very short-term moving, or this green moving average, the 24. The 24 is definitely a very good, strong momentum indicator. And momentum was up through here. Now it's down. So if there's anything that's likely to happen, zooming right into the short term, we can see here that if we break this level down through here, that means we're probably going to make a move down towards this level all through here, that from gold. But gold is definitely on the downside. We're getting a very sort of weak movement through here. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see a little bit more drop on the downside when it comes to the gold market from there. Let's look at the actual mining stocks. And mining stocks are weak, guys. Mining stocks are weak. Bear flag, if you want to call that, right? Look at the bear flag coming all through there, right? Bear flags. We were in an upward trend. We're no longer in an upward trend. We've got a bear flag. We've got the moving average coming down through here. We're probably going to get more downside to come out of the mining sector from here. That's the GDX and the GDXJ. Really the same situation, right, guys? We're getting these bear flags, bear flag coming all over the place. So, and the moving average is coming down through here. So, mining sector, the metals and miners, to me, is done for the year. Good job, John, for 3 weeks. Right? But at least for the next few weeks, guys, that's done and dusted when it comes to that sector all through there. Let's go look at the actual stock market itself. So if we have a look at this level through, let's bring up this chart here. If we have a look at this through here, very strong upward trend. We just sort of flatten out through here. I definitely wouldn't want to be short in this market. Do you know what? It's the really interesting thing is that we do know. You guys have probably been, if you've been watching me now for the last few weeks, maybe a few months, you know my number one thing is trade with the trend, right? Don't be trying to pick tops in the markets. And so, like, I see these people still trying to, I still see people trying to pick tops in markets right now, right? And one of those things is Russell, right? People, I saw one comment recently, and I'm like, okay, if you want to trade a strategy, so what he's going to do, he's going to be writing call options up here, So actually, he's going to be writing call options here. And when he writes the call options, he's going to be buying put options. Right. So, to me, what happens if the market... Firstly, what is the trend right now? Every single time someone's tried to do that, guess what ended up happening to them? They got run over. What happens if the market holds here for this particular gentleman and we start to do something like that? Not only is he going to have to buy back this here because he wrote that option, right, to receive the income. Not only he's going to have to buy that back at a much higher price, but then he's going to have to sell his put option at a loss. And he's trading against the big trend right now. And he's trying to pick the top. So he's trading a strategy right now that has had a 100% loss ratio ever since the start of the year. Right? We had a little bit of a downside here, but we didn't get a really big drop here. We had a drop through here, but then like that was the only time here. Ever since then, the market has been very strong to the upside. 100% of the time, if you did that within a week or so, you may have got the short-term move, but the market kept going up. So just go with the market, guys, right? What's happening here with the Russell? One thing I see here is, and in fact, for me, I'm actually looking, the Russell is setting up for an actual trading setup for me, for actually looking at this level all through here. And so the whole thing is, and this is something I was actually telling my private clients today. If you like to become a private client of mine, guys, where you're with me every day, right? I give you access to the membership area, which gives you access to all the videos and the education around exactly how do I identify an amazing high quality trade in the first place. Then we give you scans to help you find the trades. Then I'm with you every day, coach you every day to make sure you get it right. Getting into the good trades, getting out, small losses, big profits, emotional control, not letting fear, greed, FOMO, all that sort of stuff can play, right? Because it takes a bit of time, doesn't it, right? It takes a bit of time for you to go through that. That's the reason why I'm with you every day. And then you get access to a really tight Facebook group as well too, with all the inner circle members as well too. If 2024 has been a bad year for you and you have had it really, really, really tough, then I can help you out. If you go to getjohnshelp.com, there should be the third link in the description. Go over there right now. You'll be able to read all the details about the actual Inner Circle program. Plus, also, you'll be able to see what my other members have done this year as well too, as in like their results. But then also, I show you my real equity curve as well too. And so if you struggled this year, I'm showing you my equity curve to show you that I do really well out of this, and and I can help you through a 12-month process to really help you out from there, right? So it doesn't take you 12 months to get up and get going, right? But through the 12 months, guess what? You're probably going to get in the wrong trade. You're probably going to make mistakes and so on and so forth. So go to getjohnshelp.com. You can click on the application form, fill out the application form, and you and I will speak. And again, it's the application is closing soon because it's for the 2025, all of that through there. But looking at the Russell, guess what? With the Russell, I am looking at the Russell here this is actually setting up for another really good trading opportunity for me coming up soon. By the way, guys, you do know what I show on YouTube is only about 10% of what I'm actually doing underneath the surface, right? You do realize that, right? Like I talk about the indices, I talk about gold and silver and some of the main things like Bitcoin and the mining sector and oil and so on and so forth. But you do know I'm very heavily across. I'm in an individual. I got into a new trade yesterday, and it's on an individual stock. So I trade the stock market as well too, right? It's just I only talk about maybe 10% of the big things, which is the main indices on YouTube, and then obviously my inner circle members. That's when we go deep into all these other markets, right? So I hope you do realize that. So setting up with the Russell's actually setting up now for a potential another amazing trading opportunity for me. So I'm still long the Russell right now, by the way, guys. I have been now for a long time. I think my options are still up well over 100% right now. I'm happy days. looking at the Dow, we talked about the Dow Jones here. Looking at the Nasdaq, and the Nasdaq is absolutely screaming. And this is one thing I've been saying, guys, about people who are trading against the trend, right? I know someone who went short right here, and went short right there, and actually bought put options. What happened? One day down, and then completely reversed against him. So he was trying to capitalize on this move here instead of trying to capitalize on that move there. Make sense? So remember, traders, you want to have the best chances of having a good win-loss ratio, and then also having some of those trades having the potential of having big moves. You cannot do that by going against the market. If the market is going up, go with the market, right? I'm going to pick the top, John. No, right? And then let's look at the S&P 500 here. The S&P 500 is low, high, low, high, low, and another higher low. Again, guys, and this is where, like, we never know when this trend is going to end, but as long as it keeps doing this, go with the market, don't fight it, and let it go. And last but not least, guys, what I want to share with you is the good old oil market. And the oil market is about to see a big movement on the downside. Check this out through here. So this is something I've been talking about now for the last few months as well too, when it comes to the oil market. But I've said here, I'm pretty confident of seeing oil go down, but we've just gone through a lot of volatility here. And if we bring up this chart here, which is the daily chart, let me bring this. This is the daily charts. Look at this here. We've had a lot of volatility, haven't we? But look at this. It's just building a base. And we're starting to potentially now roll over through here. So we could be getting ready for a really, really, really big move on the downside when it comes to oil.